Okay, hey. No, it's Thursday evening. It's 9:30ish my time. That's Central Time in the United States, and I'm fixing to do a cake run. What's a cake run? I haven't explained it. And one of these days, I'm gonna make a video about what how to make the cake. But this is the cake, the questionably sweet cake for anyone who doesn't know what it is. You can see there under the bottom section, under the E, where it says the first selection is the E, to consume it. You get 50% hazard protection. That's not what I use it for. The purpose, the big purpose of it, and you can see it's pricey. It's a 9-step process to make this. I have two separate base stations, plus when I did the farming quest thing, series of quests, and I ended up with 12 plants that I have in hydroponics on two bases, and I even got some of them on my freighter. Those plants, two of them I think, maybe three, two of them for sure, are used in the recipe to make this. And then I have two bases which gather other ingredients that are used to make this. That's as it says right there under the description. Recipe complexity 96%. It's a complex recipe. There's a lot involved, and it's a lot of work in it. But I use it in the nutrient ingester because when you take one of those questionably sweet cakes and you put it in your nutrient ingester, I'm gonna cut this down to one just to show you here. It gives you 10 minutes and 64% resources mined. Okay. Now if I take that sweet cake and let's see, I can't take it out. Okay, be that way. I'm sure I can. Let's see. Let's say I wanted to take two of them. Okay, let's see if I can take it out. I don't know. I don't know if it'll let me take it out now. It ought to. Yeah, there. Okay. So let's say I wanted to take two of them. It'll stack the time. It won't stack the percentage of stuff you get, but it will stack the time. So I'm gonna put two of them in there, and you can see now it's 20 minutes duration. It's still only 64% resources mined. I was a little low on dehydrogen a bit ago, and what am I doing? There I go again. I'm not going to be eating it right now. So I took a couple cakes. So that was 20 minutes that I took, and I went out on this planet I'm currently on, which is one of my new ones in the new galaxy that anyway. And in those 20 minutes, I collected 2 stacks of 9,999 plus about, 4,000 more. So, basically 24,000 almost, somewhere around there, of dehydrogen I collected in 20 minutes. Because that 64% is huge. Well, plus I have a special weapon that I use for that. It's one of those ones that you can get when you go to the distant planets and you go to the base and you use their computer and you get the weapon. You unlock the weapon area and you get the weapon from there. It's a special weapon. Here, I'll swap weapons and show it to you. But I've maxed it out for. Can't change. No, because I'm on the ship, I can't change the weapon. There it is. Okay. Special multi-tool that I got there, and I got all 3 S's on it. And when it comes to collecting. It doesn't use much as far as, how much resources to keep it going. It's got this runic lens on it, and it is awesome. I use it when I do my runaway mold collection, and I also use it when I'm going out in the field to do a major collection expedition or routine or whatever. So anyway, just thought I'm getting a little carried away here on what I came here for. I'm getting ready to do a cake run. So what I do is I go out to the anomaly, and I look for players that aren't necessarily advanced, and I give away cakes. So what I do, you can see in my starship, is where I do all my cooking from, because if you use in the nutrient processor, when you store stuff in there, it only lets you go stacks of 50. And since I do so much and I give away these cakes, I make a lot of cakes. See, right there. So it's because I give them away. So I work in stacks of 100. So I keep all my stuff to make my cakes in my starship storage. And that's where I do all my processing from and my cooking from when I make the cakes, is all the stuff that's in here. So anyway, I'm getting ready to go to the anomaly. So I'm going to take about, I don't know, I'm going to take, who knows, I don't know how busy it's going to be, so I'm going to take 4 cakes. And then I split those into stacks of, put my 43 back up there. That's what I normally use. So I take these cakes, I split them up into stacks of 50. And that's what I give away. I give away a stack of 50. If you're a person that watches my videos, you're welcome to cakes too. In fact, for people that watch my videos, if you leave me a note or a comment on any of my videos, and you say, "Hey, I want some cakes," and we can arrange a time where I'll meet you at the anomaly, and I'll give you a stack of 100. Anyone that watches my videos and sees this, and just leave a comment down there, and I'll meet you at the anomaly. Now, I'm in the United States in Central Time, so if you're overseas and stuff, we might have to figure all that out. But if you can't figure out what my time is, then just tell me what your time is and where you're located, and I'll figure out your time, and hopefully we'll get it right. And I'll meet you at the anomaly, and you can just in the comments, you can give me your name. My game name is, and you can see it up there at the top, Admiral Spacer Cowboy. Now, I don't know if all that shows up. I think I know it does when I go into the chat on the anomaly. But Spacer Cowboy is with an I for cowboy, and space not just Space Cowboy. But I had to get weird on the name because Space Cowboy was already taken. And so I ended up with Spacer Cowboy with an I. Because I didn't want, a name that had numbers after it. So I had to find a unique name. So I had to play around with the name a little bit. So anyway, I call it a cake run. I go to the anomaly. I take a bunch of 50 stacks with me, and then we'll see. So we'll see if I find people to give them away to. And I don't say anything to them. I see somebody and I get close enough to them where I can give them a stack, So I'm leaving my freighter now. I'll head up out here a little bit, away from everybody and everything, so that the anomaly will come in. And let's see if that's far enough. Evidently so. Okay. So let's head on in there, See what happens. See if there's anyone there. I have no idea. It's a Thursday night, and it's 9:48 my time. That's Central Time in the United States. I'm in Texas. So anyway, I don't see any little thingies in here. Oh my goodness, don't tell me. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I don't have my... Sometimes when I go to these new galaxies, I turn off my multiplayer. No, it's enabled. Okay. Because some of these new planets that I've been going to, everything you do shows up in the chat. So I turn off the network. I turn off multiplayer. Where's it back there? I turn off multiplayer so that I don't show up in the chat when I go to some of those planets and galaxies. Okay, so there's a few people out here. There's someone sitting right there. And they're probably waiting to do an expedition with somebody, but let's see. Oops, wrong button. Okay, go down here, grab a cake, we got this person. I'm gonna pop it in there, boom, sweet cake sent. 50, stack of 50 cent. Probably that person sitting right there. You got to be pretty close to them to make it work. Well, let's go up over here. I usually look for people that aren't necessarily like the really advanced people and stuff, because I don't want to annoy people. I mean, sometimes this will create someone will say something in chat like, "What's this? What am I supposed to do with this?" And they don't understand what. And some of them just see what the E says, and they think that's all it's for. They don't realize it's for other stuff. So that person's just standing there. Let's see if we can toss one over there. Yep, it worked. Sometimes it says they can't take it. I don't know, maybe their inventory's full or something. All right, not too many people in there. Anyway, this is my thing. At this point in the game, this is my pay it forward. Like I've said before, I've only been playing the game a couple months, but a really kind person helped me out big time in the game when I was like 2 weeks in or 3 weeks in or something. It was like one of the first times I came to Anomaly, and I was just standing here, look at all this, oh wow. I was freaking out on everything, going, oh, look at this over here, and oh, look at that. And anyway, I was just standing here for a moment, kind of in awe, and this person who was obviously a very advanced player, he came up and he filled up my inventory. Of course, I had the beginner ship, the starter ship, and I hadn't upgraded it at all. And even my inventory, I didn't even know how to upgrade my inventory or cargo space. I didn't know how to do anything at that point. I was still learning the ropes, kind of thing. In these games, they don't tell you a heck of a lot. You kind of learn as you go. That's kind of part of the game, it's learning as you go. So I was watching YouTubes and researching and reading the wiki and all the good stuff you do when you're starting to play. And this guy walked up and filled up my inventory, filled up my ship's inventory, gave me things I didn't even know what they were, didn't know what to do with them. I had to go look them up on the wiki to see what they were. Augmentation for everything, every kind of storage, and the multi-tool, and the exosuit, and even the ships. Oh my goodness! So I maxed everything out with. He gave me like 120 ship storage augmentation modules, and 60 of the exosuit modules for augmentation, and 60 of the one from the multi-tool, so I maxed out all those. Uh, and it made a huge difference, of course, in the game. And then he gave me, the level 3 pass thing, where you can open up any of the boxes and stuff. At that point, I thought those were one-time use kind of thing. I didn't even know they were a thing that that multiple uses, and you just, once you have it, you're good to go. So it was a learning experience just reading through all the stuff he gave me to try to figure out what it all was. He gave me stuff I still don't know what it is. I haven't researched everything he gave me. But anyway, so ever since then, and when that kind person did that, never said a word to me. I thanked him or her in the chat profusely multiple times because he or she just kept giving me stuff. And every time I'd look, oh, I received this, oh, I received that, oh, I received this, oh, I received that. And I'm going, oh my goodness. I was amazed. And ever since then, I've kind of felt like, well, when I get to a point where I can help others, then that's what I want to do. I got to pay it forward, So the cake is the way I do that. I mean, I figure when I give someone a stack of 50 is worth 3.6 million units. So if nothing else, if they don't know what they are and don't want to use them or whatever, they can sell them, They can sell them and get a nice chunk of change. All right, so that'll be it for this run. I usually don't hang around too long, and I just kind of run in and run out. I don't. God, that person's still standing there. So anyway, like I said earlier, if any of you want a stack, and I'll give any of the people that watch my YouTube videos, I'll give you a stack of 100. Anyone that wants the cake, I'm more than happy. We just got to arrange when to meet here in the Anomaly. You can see what I look like. I got the cape. I got a cape now, so you can see what my character looks like. Someday I'll change that, but I don't do the expeditions here, and I guess the Nexus they call it, where you get the expeditions down there. I do like the store there. Lots of goodies I want to get. I kind of want to change my appearance, but I do there's a Quicksilver quest that I get in my ship with the Corvette mission module thing, and it gives me one Quicksilver mission a day, and so I get 400 Quicksilvers from that every day. So it takes me a while to save up my Quicksilver. I've never been much of a combat person. I'm more of a builder and just more of a completionist kind of person. And in this game, there's a whole lot to complete, So anyway, I just wanted to show you this is kind of what I do with my pay it forward thing, is come out here and hand out these cakes to people. Sometimes it causes a chat and people start asking me questions and stuff, and I'm definitely only been playing a couple months, so I'm not the most learned person, but I'm retired, and most of my waking hours every day I'm in here in No Man's Sky, so I mean I think I hit this week, I think I hit over 500 hours in it's not even a full 2 months, more like 7 weeks right now. I think it'll be a full 2 months at the end of this month. And so I play a lot. I play a whole lot. I put in a lot of hours on the game. But, it's been a lot of fun learning all about it. So anyway, I just wanted to show you what a cake run was, what I call a cake run. And that's why I go out and I give away stacks of 50 to perfect strangers, and I don't say nothing to them, and if they don't say nothing to me, that's fine. If they do and we strike up a conversation, that's fine. I know I've had people come and want me to play with them. They come, they see me, I give them the cakes, and they come and they give me an invite to join them in the game. And, you know, I don't know who they are. A couple times I've noticed the guy only spoke Spanish or whatever. Well, that's not going to work because I only speak English. You know, I don't know how we're going to play a game together if we can't even communicate. And another guy, I think he was Oriental. I don't know if it was Chinese or whatever. You know, you saw the funny characters and stuff in his name when I gave him the cake. You know, the characters that don't even look like anything that we use in the English language. And and he invited me to join him in the game. And I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to play the game with someone that I can't even communicate with. That seems, so I've never played the game with anyone else. I would like to, but you know, I don't want to go out. These people that do these expeditions, a lot of them, that's like all they do. You know, because this isn't my first game. I've played several other MMOs, and the people that do the group things, they do them constantly, a lot of them. And they just fly through them. And, you know, when you're a new person doing one, I mean, it's all you can do is keep up with them. So you don't even get to really enjoy what you're seeing and going through because you're doing everything you can just to keep up with the group, you know. And anyway, to me, that's not fun. That's just not fun for me, you know, to just be rushing through something. And sometimes I want to do the ooh and the ah and oh, look at that, and I want to gawk a little bit at what I'm seeing, or I want to take it in, you know, and to just rush through it and shoot and kill this thing and get the big boss and whatever you're supposed to do. And I just, that's so you can get the point, so you can come back and turn it in and do another one, you know, and just rush through them, you know, like that. That's, to me, I don't know, that's really not my cup of tea. That's all, you know. So I've seen some talk that said some of these expeditions you can do solo, but you know, I don't know about that. I don't know. You know, because I don't do a lot of battle. I'm probably not very good at battle, and that's another side of the whole story, is doing expeditions with other people and embarrassing yourself, you know, because you maybe your fighting skills aren't up to par or something, you know, and embarrassing yourself when you're the only one seeing it is one thing, but embarrassing yourself in front of a group of people, that's, oh, hey, don't invite him again, you know, then they don't even want to talk to you anymore, you know. Anyway, I just wanted to show you what a cake run was, and because I wanted to offer all the YouTube watchers a stack of 100, and you know what, when you finish that stack of 100, you let me know, I'll get you another stack of 100. We'll keep you full of cake. And so, because really, if you're out there gathering resources, it makes a huge difference. I tell you, when I go out, if I'm like, I look at my inventory and I say, oh, I'm a little low on dehydrogen, like I said just in the beginning of this. I popped 2 of them cakes and went out for 20 minutes, and I got enough dehydrogen, I ain't going to have to worry about it for a while. And, you know, it's an awesome buff. That cake is really, really totally awesome. So if you want some, just let me know. Leave a comment, and we'll meet up. And I'll get you some cake. And when you run out of that, you let me know. I'll get you some more cake, because I spend a lot of time getting cake. And it's not like I sit at the computer while I do all that stuff. Sometimes I go to these bases that I have that collect the resources for me, and I'll go watch something on TV. I'll just let the guy sit there, and the harvester just collects it all up, you know, and then 30 minutes later or so, I'll come back and I'll collect it, you know, so no big deal, you know. I go watch TV, I go wash some dishes, I go do some house chores or something, and while the game is collecting. That's another thing I like about this game. I've played games in the past where if you just stand still and don't do nothing, you time out in the game and it tosses you out. So that's kind of cool. This game doesn't do that. They don't toss you out for inactivity. So that's a cool thing. Anyway, I've talked enough. I just wanted to show you the cake run. I've gotten a little carried away and mouthy here, so we'll see you next time. Have fun in the stars.